YouTube, what's happening? It is Monday, the 15th of July, which means the Home Run Derby is upon us. We have finally made it to the day that we have been waiting for. The baseball break is finally here. Yeah. So we needed this break because we were leaking units in the last few days of this because leading up to this, because players start wanting to take that break and weird things were happening. So, but today we have probably the best event in all the sports. NBA Slam Dunk is pretty good, but it's gotten a little stale recently. But home runs are always great. People love watching home runs. I know I do. What's the saying? Chicks dig the long ball. Hey, I like them too. So here we go. Today, it's going to be a little different of a video. Let's be honest here. I'm not going to have all the stats and everything laid out. We're going to look at a bunch of information on a bunch of websites. We're going to break it down, look at some odds, and then we're going to try to come up with some nice bets at the end. So today we have 8 batters in the home run derby. You can see we got Alonso from the Mets. We got Baum from Philly. We got Garcia from Texas. Henderson from Baltimore, Hernandez from the Dodgers, Ozuna from the Braves, Ramirez from Cleveland, and Bobby Witt Jr. from KC. I put their home run info, their total home runs for the season so far. You can see you have like Bond with 11, but then you have like Gunner with 27. So you have a range. And then I put the numbers of these last 3 numbers are the longest home runs they've had this season. So you can see Bobby Witt had a home run of 468. He also had the second highest at 454, and Garcia had the lowest at 410. I just want to put those highlights out there. Not saying I'm leading these ways, just want to highlight those. So before we jump into 2024 home run season, I want to pop back over and look at 2023 home run season because I want to see what happened last year, because we do have a couple of these dudes that played last year that will play again tonight. Garcia and Alonso were both in it last year, so you can see Alonso got knocked out. Supposedly he didn't have his main pitcher. Today he does have his main pitcher, so that might help a little bit. And Alonso's won twice, so that is something to look out for. So he is a 2-time champion. That's a big deal. So, but last year he faced Julio, and Julio was going to beat anybody you put in front of him last year. This event was in Seattle. The hometown dude showed out, let's be honest. Garcia got knocked out in his first round, so you can see Vladdy ended up winning it all. Vladdy had an easy first round against Betts, who just 11 home runs. As soon as I saw Trent was betting on Betts, you knew it was over for Betts. That's what it was. Trent's a curse. I mean, that's what he does. He's good at that. So, so you had this. Vladdy Daddy won the whole thing. It was fun to watch. Great event overall. Hopefully we have the same excitement tonight. And one of the main things that no one seems to be talking about that I think people should be is where this was. I mentioned this was in Seattle last year. And if you know anything about hitter parks and pitcher parks, a lot of people will say Seattle's a pitcher park. Even much so that StatCast on Baseball Savant has ranked their park factors leaderboard and how much a factor is for hitting home runs. And we see Coors Field's #1. Obviously, we know you go to Colorado, you're going to hit some balls. That's what you do. The Blake Street Bomber era, the whole thing, whatnot. Fenway, pretty good area for home runs. London's apparently, I didn't know London was this good, but look at the bottom of the list. What's the dark blue category? They're terrible for home runs. T-Mobile, Seattle, that's where they were last year. We're in a different place this year. Now we're all the way up here at the Texas. We're at Globe Life this year. That's a big jump from dead last. So our area of where we're going to be hitting these homers, these dingers, if you will, has increased dramatically. So we should have a better opportunity to hit more home runs, I would think, based on the stats. So obviously you have different players, things change here and there. So 6 new batters versus 6 we had last year. I mean, give or take. But to me, having the location matter is a big deal. So I expect us to have more home runs than we had last year. So also, if you want to come to Fantasy Pros, you can look at this too. You can see their MLB Park Factors list, which is a little different. I have it ranked by home runs. Green is hitters, brown is pitchers. You can see Globe Life is 4th place behind Cincy, which we know is a great hitters park, Colorado, and Dodgers. So a lot of, yeah, this year it's been great for Texas, but you got to come all mostly down the list, all the way down here to T-Mobile, and you see most of their categories are brown, which is a pitcher's park. So the park is a big influence for me anyways. I don't know how other people think about it. For me, it's a big deal. So that is something we want to take into consideration when we look at these home runs. Now, before we jump into actual betting, I want to go over who and what is changing for this year. So one of the things they're changing is seeding. So typically you would have the seeds like last year, they had it 1 through 8. You can see the seeds, they had little numbers next to them. That's what the seeds were. This year they're doing it a little differently. There will be no seeding for the first round. Instead, all 8 dudes are going to go out there and just swing as much as possible in their allotted time. When the round closes, the top 4 will advance. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I actually kind of like it. So when you get to the semis, they're going to seed them. 1 will face 4, 2 will face 3, typical seeding format. And then the winners will face each other in the final. Pretty straightforward. In the format, it's a little different because, they change this format almost every single year. 3 rounds will remain the same in terms of length. There will be a pitch limit in the first 2 rounds. A hitter will be allowed 3 minutes or 40 pitches, whichever limit is hit first. And in the finals, hitters will be allowed 2 minutes or a maximum of 27 pitches. So they're making it a smaller round. And you can find a full breakdown on MLB because this is from MLB's website. Check it out. It's a great article put out there. Will they earn bonus time? Yes, they will, but it'd be different than in years past. Instead of the automatic 30 seconds they got last year of bonus time, followed by 30 seconds if they got multiple home runs of more than 440. Hitters will now be given 3 outs. If any ball is hit is not a home run, it is considered out to hit as many homers as possible. So you can see they made some changes. From what I've seen, the feedback on the changes is actually pretty good. It seems like it makes more sense. Trying to go back a little bit to what they used to do, where it was just 10 outs and that was it. To me, it's a small change, but hey, it's going in the right direction. I'll take it. So can they stop the clock? They are entitled to 1 45-second timeout, little breather, catch your breath, hit your gloves, take a little break, mental break. Because swinging a bat that much, that hard, you're going to get tired. So especially some of the older guys, definitely going to need this break. So you can't be called during bonus periods. Ties will be broken by 60-second swing off with no stoppage time or additional time. If there's we'll engage in successive 3 swing offs. For some reason, I feel we're going to see this tonight. I don't know why. I just feel like we're going to see it. Weird. So those are the changes in there. So today, one of the main things people are looking at is how are they doing in terms of bat speed? Because in today's heavy data specific era, I love data myself. We look at bat speed, we look at exit velo, we look at angle, we look at all sorts of things when it comes to batting. Because we have all this data now because of great technology. We can do all this. So people are seeing Gunnar 8th or 9th in the majors in bat speed. They're thinking, oh, he's going to be one of the big picks, which I ain't going to lie. He's one of my picks too. So I got, you don't just pick one horse and ride it. You have a group that you ride. So for me, Gunnar being up there is good. Alonso's 21st, Witt's 28th. These are MLB ranks, not just, told this is for the whole MLB. So Ozuna's 37th. You start seeing it drops off considerably once you get these bottom 3, 80th, 86, and 117. So your MLB average bat speed 72. So, everyone's above it except Jose. Sorry, Jose. So there you go. There's your bat speed dudes. Pop over to FanDuel. I have DraftKings up too. It looks different. It's weird to see. So we're gonna rock with FanDuel. The reason I'm using these is because most people have these 2 books. I'm in Florida, so I'm stuck with Hard Rock, and I don't want to show you Hard Rock if you're probably not going to use Hard Rock. FanDuel is the most popular, followed by DraftKings, I believe. And there's not one website that actually puts the Home Run Derby odds on the screen for everything. So we're just going to pick a book and use it. If it's close, it's going to be close to your book because anything at FanDuel is going to be pretty much the same at DraftKings, which is going to be the same at like Caesars or all those other ones too. So we will use this. And I also have prize picks. Oh, I hate saying it, but people love their squares on prize picks. I get it, whatever. So you can see their total home runs in the first round. I get it. We'll look over that too. So first things first, let's pop over to FanDuel and check these out. Now for these, you see P. Alonso is the favorite at 280. It was 300 when I started recording. It's already dropped to 280 today. Ozuna is second at 380. Gunnar is at 430. Witt was apparently 700 a few days ago. Now he's 470, which kind of hurts me a little bit because I personally like Witt, because if you can hit this hard, hit that far when it comes to your regular season, I think you should be able to do good in the Home Run Derby, especially on the hitter's park. Garcia has a curse against him that not many people are mentioning. Only 3 of the hometown dudes have won their Home Run Derby. I don't know exactly how many there have been. I didn't look that far into it, but I've read that only 3 times has the hometown guy won the Home Run Derby. So that that affects him a little bit. So I don't know. I don't like that. And then you can see there's a large gap here between 480 and 1100 because Hernandez, Ramirez, and Malm are just not getting the love. So Jose, let's be honest, age is going to affect him, especially when it comes to longer in the events. And this is to win the whole thing. So this isn't just to make the semis. So could Jose? Yeah, easily. Does he? Do I expect him to win? No, no. I almost give him no shot. I think he's going to get tired because you got some younger dudes up here that just should be able to do better. Baum only hit 11 so far this season. I can see why he is so far down. I think he was 1600 when I started making this video. It's already dropped to 2100. So if you feel like you want to ride the underdog, well, there you go. There he is right there. Enjoy. So for me, if I'm looking at these right here based on, we looked at their home runs for the season, we looked at their longest ones, we looked at their bat speeds, we looked at just information like that. Now, I don't have all the information on who's pitching to who. I did not go that deep. I will be honest there, because there is information out there. If you really want to go deep, by all means, have fun, dig away. I didn't go that deep because this is for fun, just be honest. I want to root for dudes. And the ones, I'm going to pick 3 that I'm rooting for of this to win. Now, Alonso, I don't like rooting for the favorite. He's already won twice. I like rooting for the new guys. I want to see somebody win who hasn't won. Like last year, I was rooting for Vladimir. I like me some Vladdy. Vladdy's cool. I like him. So I was rooting for him. I'm not rooting for Baum, Jose, or Hernandez. I'm not rooting for the underdog. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Because I'm going to put money on these. I'm not putting money on these 3 dudes. Of these 5, I'm going to pick 3 I want to back. I'm not going to back Garcia. I like Garcia. Don't get me wrong. I like me some Garcia. I just don't like that curse of only 3 dudes have only won. That bothers me. That it feels like hometown pressure is a thing. And he was in it last year. He got knocked out in the first round. Because we can see right here, he got knocked out. He only had 17 against 24. So, and I'm in Tampa, so the Tampa guy won. Hey, I'm cool with that. I like that. So, so we'll take that. For me, I'm going to rock with Bobby Witt, because if you can hit the ball that far, you can, hey, I like in a home run derby. Sounds good. Sign me up. And the fact we're going to take some line shifting movement. Yeah, I'm going to rock with Bobby Witt. Gunner with the bat speed. That's a very popular pick. I'm going to rock with it too, because we're going to take that. And the third one, I'm going to take Ozuna, because I like watching Ozuna destroy baseballs when he hits them. And I like his home run trot. Before I was doing the long form, I was making shorts, and I love using the Ozuna, like when he does a little trot and he does like the hook with the third base coach. I love using that clip. So I'm going to rock with Ozuna, Henderson, and Witt. Those are the 3 I'm personally backing, just for the whole thing. Now, when it comes to certain things, we have little exactas. We got somebody over someone else. These are just trying to get your money. That's all these are, because you are literally just trying to say the final. Don't touch those. Those are stupid bets. Don't do those. So to make the semis, though, there we got some money. Now we got some play. To make the semis just means, hey, are you one of the top 4 in the first round? That's easy. I mean, you would think. So even Mom's got some good odds at 250. So who do you expect not to do it? So like I said, Jose could easily make it. Anybody can make this. So for me, I'm going to take my 3 dudes. These are my 3 horses today. 3-horse race for me. And for a 4th one, I think I will take Garcia as well. I think Pete's getting up there in age. I think it's coming an issue. He's already won twice. He doesn't have the hunger to win again, even though he's in it again, trying to be that 3-time winner. I don't know if I see it. I don't know. I don't know. So for me, and like I said, I don't want to back the favorite, because one, you don't even get good odds of the favorite. Let's be honest here. So for me, for 4 dudes to make the semis, I'm going to take Ozuna, Henderson, Witt, and Garcia. I'm going to leave the 3 underdogs out. I mean, one of these probably will make it. Let's be honest, probably will. And Alonso probably should make it, but I'm going to take these 4 right here, the middle 4, to make the semis. You have other things like name the finalists. Will the first time participant win? And yes is 168. Yeah, that's a bet right there. If that's on all the other books, because I can't use FanDuel and I can't use DraftKings. I know this. I have to use Offshore or I have to use Hard Rock. So I have to see if this is on there or not. If it is, I'll be taking yes, because there's Witt, there's Ozuna, there's Henderson. Yeah, that's 3 of my 4 right there. Longest home run over 480 is pretty much you got a minus over under 112. Do you expect one to go 500 almost? I'm going to hit yes. We're at a hitter's park. Yeah, I will be taking that. Player to hit the longest home run. I mean, you got to go with Witt, right? Witt has the 2 longest home runs of the year on this group. He has the 4th longest home run of the whole season behind Shohei has longest. I think it was 472. Judge has one. I think he was 3rd. I can't remember who 2nd was, but Witt's 4th. I know Witt's 4th. I saw it. Ozuna, yeah, I would definitely put a little bit of coin on one of these two to hit the longest home run. Highest exit velo. I mean, I didn't look at exit velos that hard, so I really wouldn't touch this. Other people might. You can see they only put 6 dudes on. Well, no, they put all 8. Okay. Yeah, so you can see Alonso and Witt might be highest exit velo. Have fun with that one. This one, total home runs hit combined all players over 269. Well, look at last year. Count these up. I didn't do the math. I probably should have before I did this. So let's look at it real quick. You know what? Let's do it real quick. It's a video. This is all we got. We're almost done anyway. So you got 28 plus 27 plus 17 plus 24 plus 35, 22, 20, 21, 11, 26, 21, 41, 25, and 23. 341 was how many home runs were hit last year. So this year we're sitting at 269. What? If that math is right, I'm taking this over. I'm taking it 10 days a week. That is crazy. So yeah, over combined all players. Now this has got to be just the whole thing, right? That doesn't make sense at first. Yeah, I'm still taking it. Still gonna take that. Then you got like the first swings. If you really want to be crazy, you know, I mean, this is like first basket in basketball. These are crazy. Will Odor with his first swing be a home run? Yes or no? No. That was crazy. That's if you want to take those. So those are all the bets on DraftKings. We see everything. This should be a fun event overall. Like I said, it's not a long video. We don't have really much to talk about. Remember, this is just the home run derby. We're not trying to bank units here. We're trying to sprinkle a little bit of units, have a little bit of fun, see if we can have a couple units out of it. If I probably bet like 5 units, if I could turn that into like, you know, if I could profit anything and watch all these home runs, that's a good night for me because we have the All-Star game tomorrow, which will be more of a traditional actual have a game with a lot of, you know, ins and outs. But for home runs, yeah, those are what I'm going to take. I'm going to be taking the over of the longest home run right there. I'm going to take Witt and Ozuna for the longest home runs. I'm going to take yes on the first time participant yes, if my book, all of these, if my book hasn't. And DraftKings might have something different too, and then Caesars, and then 365, and they'll all have different ones, Hard Rock or whatnot, offshore books, all have it. Told you my 4s, Ozuna, Henderson, Whitner, Garcia. Those are the 4 I'm riding. And for the overall winner, if I had to pick an actual winner, I'm going to go with Witt. Mainly because he has the longest home runs and that line movement from plus 700 to 470 is big because people with money can move lines and people with money have it for a reason. If they can move lines, they know what's going on. So they're taking Witt. I'll take Witt too. So I'll take Witt to win overall, but I'm taking money on Ozuna, Henderson, Witt, Garcia. That's it in the home run derby. Drop in the comments who you're going to take. Let me know some other stats if you saw something else I missed. Drop a like, subscribe, share, and we will hopefully have a good night and see you tomorrow for the All-Star game. Peace.